And good evening and welcome to Brossard, Quebec. This is the site of the 2017 Spring Division D1 Final. I welcome you into the broadcast booth. With me alongside is Alex Hollowak, Terry Tam, I am Mo Khan. Good evening to you gentlemen. We have two 8 seeds, GLC against Backyard Bruisers. Known with thunk it, gentlemen, that they would be here. I start with you, Alex Hollowak. Quickly, how surprised are you we had this matchup tonight?
Very surprised. It's quite unprecedented to see two 8 seeds in the finals like this, especially considering their records. Two teams under 500. They both went on Cinderella-type runs at the end of the season to get here. And but one thing's for certain, they're both absolutely deserved to be in this finals.
Terry, we look at these teams here. You've been in this position before with dark horses. Who would you want to see?
I think the underdog in this game is GLC. Not because of the performances here. I think overall, you've seen the Bruisers, you've seen a lot of the players in the FBF. They've consistently made finals in their divisions. I think GLC has a lot to prove right now, and that's what they're considering.
Two underdogs. They're 22 minutes away. The first half, perhaps controlling the game in the second half here. We'll see what happens as they will be Backyard Bruisers that will open up this game, led by Brennan Burke, number 85, who has 26 touchdown passes, 1 INT in his last 74 passing attempts. We'll see how this plays out in the opening drive for the Backyard Bruisers, who again had 240 points for one of the lowest scoring teams in Division D1 this year. Keep an eye out for Rich Humes. He's been their go-to guy throughout the course of the season. Burke looking left, rolling to his right, short pass, caught, and then immediately tackled for a 2-yard gain. This time caught by Mark Donahue, and it'll be second and about 7 coming up.
Mark Donahue's a guy who's doesn't really play a lot on offense, but when he does, he's very effective. He's wearing the number of Jonathan McQueen so far this season. But I think that you're going to have to start distributing the ball to other players other than Rich Humes, because GLC has Mendy Cardichamp, who's probably going to be spying on Rich Humes all game and making sure that he doesn't get that open field.
Be second and 7 coming up here in the first minute of play of this opening drive. Brennan Burke had a signature win over SOB. Short pass caught, Mag upfield. That'll be more than enough for a first down. Alex, look at Brennan Burke in this game here. We talk about his throwing motion. Could that be a factor because of how elongated it is in the pocket?
I think in this particular matchup, it might be a factor that helps him because it'll allow him to get that little bit extra reach to throw over the rusher. One thing's for certain is there's going to be 4 men spying Rich Humes on every single route combo that he runs. So Brennan Burke's going to have to
what we're discussing is how the cap was implemented, and like, well, just like how things were before. It's a good transition topic. And like, this is two teams that, like, both 666s and Warriors were like so loaded, and everyone gave them flack. And these two teams are now like relatively unknown.
He had it too. Donahue ran in the hands on a beautiful corner route, and it just fell through there.
That was it. And as you see, Rich Humes doing a post over the top, and you see that Brendan Burke trusting other receivers as well, throwing it to Donahue.
Good game plan there. He looked off Rich Humes on the first read, and then obviously the defense jumped up, and he just put a nice ball over the top. Too bad it didn't pay off.
2 for 3 so far in this opening drive. They've hit a first down as we approach 19:50 left in this opening drive for the Backyard Bruisers. In gold with navy blue trim. GLC in their home whites. Short pass caught by Charlie McFarland, and he's tackled right away viciously by Andrescu. It'll be 3rd down coming up, and guys, who do we look at now in this situation on a 3rd down for Backyard Bruisers?
None other than Rich Humes, I'd say. I mean, maybe a wheel to the outside or maybe a deep in. You're looking at about 5 yards right here, 5 to 6 yards. A deep in by Rich Humes.
I think they're gonna look for Mag over the middle, especially with all the focus going on Humes on the outside. And don't be surprised if the ball goes up to Derek Fontana down the sideline here if they're in need.
Choosing that, they converted on 3rd down multiple times. Could happen again. First attempt today. Burke looking to the corner, going to the corner. Has Humes, and that is 2 yards past the end zone line. It will be 4th down coming up.
That was a nice catch, nice route, nice throw. It was a little outside of the end zone. With a Rich Gannon-esque, I would say, arm. Emokan?
It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, that's it.
A little bit too much mustard on that one.
Last 2 games, he's been 60% plus, Brennan Burke, so he's been accurate of late, whereas earlier in the season when they made the switch to him from Chris Pendenza, it was a bit of an activation project for him. And now here he is on the cusp of perhaps winning the Division D1 title. Here we go, 4th down coming up for the Backyard Bruisers. They did convert against SOB, which ensued for a game-winning touchdown. Burke looking to his left. Short, open, Humes, enough for the first down, and he'll move those sticks.
Beautiful double move by Humes. Faked like he was going to go out and just sat into the crevice of that zone to move the chains.
So I noticed that Rich Humes isn't wearing his patent white socks. He's wearing black socks today. Maybe that's going to be a little bit of it's going to throw the defense off a bit. What do you think, Mocha?
Well, they say black is very intimidating as a uniform, so perhaps socks are that crucial point.
You see, black is very slimming as well.
Yeah.
Thus, I'm wearing a black T-shirt.
Maybe Humes is trying to get away from that good guy perception that he's
Trying to go to that NWO look. Bruisers started 0-4. They have been on a 6-3 run the rest of the way. Here's Burke, just right stepping back into the corner end zone. Intended for Rich Humes. Mendy Carshall in the coverage. Will be second down coming up.
And that's going to be the key matchup here. Rich Humes versus Mendy Carshall. Carshall's going to play that one position from the safety spot, and he's going to spy Humes every time he comes over the middle of the field. So whoever gets the upper hand in that one's going to go a long way to determining who's going to win the game.
The one thing that I've noticed on this defense right now is that you have a guy like Frank Gandui on the sideline.
The ground had the
athletic
pass
player, very
defended.
capable kind of guy. You've taken him out to put so you've kind of lost. I think Gandui is somebody that doesn't play a lot on offense.
Short pass, caught, spin move. The goal line. It will be third down coming up here, but right now for Backyard Bruisers, this has been almost a 6-minute drive here, gentlemen. And by the way, for Mendy Carshall, he killed your team, the Frosty Bronsons, on Tuesday. Sorry, guys.
We don't talk about those things, Mo. Next question.
Mendy had a heck of a game on both sides of the ball. He was virtually unstoppable, and he came up with the key defensive stop at the end of the game to ice it. So, excellent player, and we'll see if he can replicate that today.
Inside 16:35 left in this first half. Burke looking to his left, rolling, going to the corner. Great play, incomplete. This time going for Rich Humes, and right there is Andrescu Alex, that is, who had 3 PDs against Fun Boys during the regular season, comes up big in the red zone.
He's an unheralded star on this GLC roster, both sides. Didn't have many stats throughout the season per se. I think he missed a couple of games, but he's really come on hard during the playoffs the last couple of weeks. Is an excellent corner lock defender, and he's a very reliable outside receiver as well.
He's yeah, exactly. He's a very smart player, and he's good in open spaces. And Frank Gandui checks into the game as a rusher. Very effective last week against us.
2 sacks against the Blacksons. Again, rolling to his left. Pumping, back in the end zone, intended for Cameron Mag, incomplete. And the elation from GLC as they get the ball back deep in their territory. Hamid Long now going at quarterback, guys. Was that the right play call?
It was. That's the play that they've run over and over again throughout the course of the year, where the quarterback rolls out to his left. They have a couple of deeps out, and somebody sits on the front of the goal line. That's the play they're comfortable with. They just couldn't execute it there. But GLC throws the first haymaker in this battle, and now we'll see if Hyman Long can matriculate downfield and take the lead.
It's the final.
42-6-19.
I got it. Thank you, Steve.
A yard away from the back end zone line. 15-10 left in this first half. Long's first pass, pressure over the middle, caught. Now we go for a first down. This time caught by Max Kevin Josselin. 24 catches since mid-season, and he gets the first catch for GLC.
The sure-handed Max Kevin down the middle, wide open. He's not something that you should not cover, and I think that's exactly what happened at that point. You're
going to see that play. That's a patent GLC play with Carshall coming on the cross short and Max Kevin hooking right behind him. It's something they like to run to break the middle zone.
One thing Jaime Luong does has been sacked the least amount in Division D-1 3 times this year.
It's because he stands about 10 yards behind us.
Here's Luong going to his right, going to the sideline. Caught, spin move, Gandui. We tackled our children McFarland for not 6 yards. It'll be second down coming up for GLC.
So I'm looking at the efficiency of Hyman Long. I think that taking the clock away from the Bruisers, taking the ball away from killing the clock, putting it out, making sure that they always get the last score, the last save. He's going to be key in this game. Hyman Long has a very, very slow, drawn-out offense, and he's able to dagger when he wants to, and I think it's going to be
poise is the key word I think of when I think of Hyman Long on the football field.
Inside 14. Long surveys. High snap. Rolling to his left. Has Cardishon incomplete. And that might have been going to Mendy Cardishon. Right there is Brendan Burke who had a pick 6 against SOB.
No, thank you, though.
Cut off the route. And as a result,
They're going to have to use that bait a bit. Excellent play by Brendan Burke. He's a very aggressive flat zone defender. They're going to have to bait Cardishon a bit, just like they did there, if they're going to want to force the issue and create a turnover defensively.
There was a wide open right behind Mendy, but I think that the call was made pre-snap, and he was looking at Mendy to make it pretty.
Keep it out for Rich Humes. Has a 7-game streak of an INT in a row. So he's 8 in a row. 13-10 left. Luong looking left. Going to the corner. Cardishon through his hands. Great defending by Rich Humes, and he'll get a PD on that.
That's the same play that they scored 3 touchdowns against us against Frosty Bronson's last week.
Wasn't it 4?
It was 3.
We didn't have the personnel to stop that devastating double move post corner. You saw Rich Humes was stride for stride with him right there, and that's going to make this one a much more interesting game than it was in the semis.
Does he attack Rich Humes' side, though, in this case for your quarterback?
I don't think that Hyman Long, I don't think Hyman Long is going to be making that read. I think he's looking to see trust his receivers, and he makes the throws. He doesn't look at the defenders.
Mendy Cardishon, the hot hands for GLC's offense. Slow, methodical it is for Hyman Luong. To his right, short pass incomplete.
So now we're seeing that that's very tight 4-1 defense from the Bruisers, which in my mind is the most effective style to work against the GLC offense. Rich Humes is good enough at the 1 to cover Mendy over the top, and Derek Fontana on the outside is accounting for Frank the Tank, the incredibly physical receiver. So if they keep this up, I think they're going to have a good shot at this to limit GLC throughout the course of the game.
Another turnover on downs here. Both teams could not convert on 4th down. It is back to square one. It is back to Brandon Burke as we approach 11:45 left in this first half. Terry Tapp, Alex Holloway here for the Division D1 final. Going to his right, going deep down the sidelines. He's got Fontana one-handed incomplete as he had a slight step on number 26 in Hadui, and it will be 2nd down coming.
Derek Fontana has extremely good speed, and he was wide. He was covered on that play, and he had a chance to bring it in, but it was a very nice play to make.
I was waiting for them to take that shot, and they did. Look, he put beautiful placement on it. It was just ever so close to making a spectacular catch for the first score of the game.
Looked like an Impala in that one-handed grab.
The bench of GLC chirping Derek Fontana.
2nd and 10, 11 minutes left in this first half. Burke pumping left, going short, called by Mag, looking upfield, and he will burst his way through, and he'll be short to the first time. It'll be 3rd down coming up. Jerson Previo and Terry Tapp favorite for the tackle.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jerson Previo. I think he's very overlooked, especially on defense. He really covers well in those short flats. But he's somebody that you wouldn't think was a threat in brighter. I think that Cameron Mag does have that matchup against him.
3 INTs during the regular season for number 6. 3rd down, Alex, who was the go-to guy? Is it going to be Mag or Humes?
Well, it was Humes last time, and I don't think they're going to change that. I think they're going to look for Rich Humes on that deep out or on that double move in. Rich Humes is the guy, it seems.
0 for 1 on 3rd down opportunities for the Bruisers. Looking right, pressure, open, Pendenza. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they'll move those sticks.
Now I'm 0 for 2 on calling who's going to get the ball.
The backup quarterback, Christopher Pendenza, with a nice catch, nice aggressive play by Emil Dewey on that side, trying to knock the ball down, but it was just the sure hands of Chris Pendenza.
Guys, is it awkward to make that switch midway through the season? Hey, you've been our guy, but we're going to go with this guy because we need a chance to win.
I think it also, being in that position, I think it also comes down to the player. So for sure, Chris Pendenza feels that he's not having his team perform, helping his team perform at the highest level, but I think he needs to take a step back, which is what happens.
9:35 left. Rolling to his right, Burke short pass, Mag caught, and Previon right there. It will be 2nd in goal kick.
I like that. I think they have something there on that quick hook to Mag over the middle. They got to keep peppering that until they force GLC to change their coverage.
Like I said earlier, I think Cameron Mag has the matchup against both halves, against Peter Andrescu and against Andres Previon. I think he has the matchup against them. He has the size, his good hands. He's athletic enough to be able to get open and be able to body his body out to make okay catches.
Did Chapman get lost or something?
One thing for Brendan Burke, he's yet to pass for 200 yards in a game. Perhaps
yeah, I know. He was supposed to get food and come back.
His first half, still donuts between the Bruisers and GLC. Rolling to his left, short pass Mag, and he sees Andrescu at the goal line. And right there's Mendy Cardishon with an authoritative tackle.
A little testy there along the goal line, but referee extraordinaire Jason Leclerc had the spot and he marks them just shy of the touchdown.
Yeah, they're great.
So checking into the red zone right now, which means they're checking in with rusher Frank Ganduli, who had a nice rush against Brandenburg on the last drive that forced the turnover. Looking to see more pressure put on Brandenburg here. More pressure means that he's going to be throwing it deep.
Oh, you're pardon? Take one.
Last time they went to the Rich Hughes, it was well defended by Dresky. Perhaps they look at that, who knows, maybe it's Derek Fontaine who are both on the right-hand side of Brandenburg.
So they're going for that matchup. Mendy just switched over to cover Humes and tight here.
8-10 left. Short snap, rolling to his right. Has time over the middle and way wide from Rich Humes. It will be 4th down, and guys, we're now in a 4th down situation. Who is the go-to guy?
Cameron Magg. Cameron Magg has the matchup. Terry Tam said it.
That's fine.
Playing against he's playing against Petru Andrescu, who's looking a little bit hobbled on the field defensively. I think he's playing through an injury. Cameron Magg has the step on him if he wants it. He just needs his quarterback to trust him here.
This is play number 15 of the opening half for Backyard Bruisers. So far in offense, it's only been 4 plays for GLC, and you wonder perhaps maybe the defense will wear and tear as we move along towards the end of the first half. 4th and a nose. Pumping left. Pressure. Deflected out by Mendy Kershaw. The heartbeat of this defense comes up big again. And it's now a turnover on downs.
He wasn't open at all there. Mendy was all over him.
Watch
the rush. Frank got on his hip, forced the ball out before he wanted to throw it, and
pumping
there's
left.
Happen there.
Pressure. Deflected out by Mendy Kershaw.
Wide open on a slant.
Terry proving his point that he was right.
Once again, Jaime Luong is deep in his end zone. The least sacked quarterback in Division D-1. Surveys has Kershaw to his left slot. This snap, looking to the left side, short pass, incomplete, and Rich Hughes gave a little shot to the head of our very favorite Mexican. Second down coming up for GLC.
Put a little extra on that one, but he was crashing in hard to make the play. And hey, you know, this is the finals at the end of the day, so there's going to be a little physicality.
At the end of the day, you're going to want to make your receiver a little bit scared to go up and get that ball. Max Kevin's a tough guy. I don't think it'll phase him. I think he'll come back and try and make the same play again.
GLC started the season 0-5. They've been on the 7-1 run since then, and now they're pinned deep in their own end zone. Second down with 6:13 left in this first half. Still donuts. This might be your first ever in FPF history to have a 0-0 scoreline this late. Rolling to his left again. Now rolling to the right. Over the middle. Incomplete. This time it was intended for number 14, Naeem Galhusin. 3rd down, guys. And this is a very clear situation for GLC.
Jaime Luong looks a little bit flustered on this drive. He's backed up. His toe is straggling the back of his own end zone. The pressure is on from the rush, and he's not known for his arm strength either. So to throw the ball 15, 20 yards here is not his forte. This could be a very interesting development on this passing position.
GLC had a very big run to the start.
I said, what's wrong with Purple?
Naeem isn't somebody that he was getting used to throwing the ball to, and you can see it on that last play.
Big down.
That's a lavender, Rob.
Rolling to his left with authority. Going deep. Corner. Kershaw. Great job by Rich Hughes. And it's 4th down, and they will have to punt this ball.
What a play. Rich Hughes stares down Mendy as they cross paths going back to the huddle.
Big down coming up.
This is getting exhilarating here. What a defensive showdown we have.
Left with authority. Going
here,
deep. Corner.
Kershaw. Spot coming across. And all he did was get in the way of Mendy's eyesight. I don't think he touched the ball.
There's a better angle.
He crashed in at the last second. Jaime Luong put up a beautiful ball, a spot to where only Mendy could get it right on time. Rich Humes just came in and just interrupted the pass just enough to get it to get Mendy to bobble it.
The concentration was definitely all.
There's one in Point Claire.
That's the matchup on both sides of the ball. Mendy versus Rich.
Laval is Notre Dame and like hundreds.
This is Derek Fontana time. 4 TDs in the last 4 games. He was called upon before, just missed it. Here is Burke looking left over the middle, caught upfield. That'll be enough for a first down and more, and a tackle added to that. They'll add more real estate yards to it, and they will be in business deep inside GLC territory.
GLC is known for playing very aggressively defensively, and sometimes it's going to come back to bite them like it did there on those tackling penalties.
Mark Donoghue coming across the field with a beautiful slant there, getting a few extra yards and the penalty with that aggressive defense that GLC likes to play. But it shouldn't falter GLC. I mean, I think that they should continue being aggressive because that's their game plan. That's the way they've been playing all season. Don't take it away.
Jonathan McQueen has long hair and a ponytail.
They shouldn't be constantly fast. But I think on this side of the ball, the right side of the ball, they're getting away from
And the Backyards,
He's injured. He's not playing.
they've been in 5 elimination games. They're 5-0, and so far they've stepped up to the bell to perhaps punch in the first points of the day. 3:40 left in this first half. Burke looking, has time, crossing pattern, and tackled right away by Clevion is Rich Humes. It'll be second down coming up.
Early tackle there by Jerson. I think he tackled him before he caught the ball, but the play went extremely quick for the referees to see that.
Jerson was right on him. I think Jerson is kind of spying him from the opposite side of the field, anticipating that crossing pattern. What we're seeing working well for Brendan Burke is when he looks to Rich Humes' side to pump fake and then comes back to the right side of the field. Let's see if he can trust his receivers enough on the opposite side.
I'll come join you the second Travis Dunedin piece.
He's a very good deep threat.
Well, I'm coming. The second Travis Dunedin, I'm coming to sit with you.
Cameron Mag, maybe in this end zone, you can send him on this close to the end zone, maybe on corners.
We're seeing some trips here for the first time from the Bruisers. A little deception.
To the left of Burke, looking to his left, pumping. Gandui with the sack, his third in the last 2 games, and that's a big play for JLC.
They deceived themselves there. There seemed to be some confusion on where Brendan Burke wanted to throw that ball. He just held it way too long, and they got the huge sack to push them back.
Like I said right before the play, Mark Donovan was the guy that
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes.
During the regular season, Rich Humes had 15 TDs, the rest of the squad 19. So this is definitely a one-man show when it comes to touchdown. 2:20 left. Burke going to his right. He has time now. Over the middle. Mag threw his hands incomplete, and that would have been for 6.
That would have been the first touchdown of the game, and we've seen one drop, and both teams ineffective in the red zone. And honestly, the defense wins championships, and right now that's what's happening.
And they're both playing like 8 seeds, not scoring points.
We can feel the frustration off of that miss. Brendan Burke did an excellent job juking the rusher, had his receiver wide open in the front of the end zone, and just missed him. Big 4th down coming up now.
Again, John, we'll see who is going to get their card called up here. Will it be Rich Humes, Trevor McFarland, Cameron Mag, Fontana? We'll find out now. Looking to his left, going to the end zone. Incomplete through the hands of 2 players, 1 GLC and 1 Bruisers. And now we turnover on downs with 1:28 left. Unheard of, gentlemen, that we are still in donuts with no one unable to score.
Andre Andrescu with a drop, I would say, and Mark Donahue getting a little flustered because he thought the ball was going to be picked off. Either way, the ball touched his hands, should have caught it, should have been 6-0.
Called up here. Will it be Rich Humes?
I didn't
see
Mag, any Bruisers on that play until Donahue came flying in at the last second.
Look
All I saw was GLC, and somehow
the end zone.
they just missed a touchdown there.
A minute left before 5 plays. Hyman Luong has been stymied so far by the Bruisers defense. They've been playing well in the last 2 games. So now KHP Raw, Kiwion, and perhaps now GLC. Going to the left sideline, it's caught. Short of the first down, and that will be Rescue, who had an INT against the Bronsons, and it will be second down with 40 seconds left.
Keep rubbing it in there, Mo. Keep rubbing it in.
I think that was a play that we saw on previous drives, showing a little bit of potential. Brendan Burke is giving them a little bit of cushion on the corner there. They can run that hook to some effect, I think.
It will be second down for GLC as we approach 20 seconds left. Terry Tab, Alex Halawak here from the Division D1 final in Boston, Quebec. And for these 2 teams, no one will funk one of both will be here, but here they are, 2 8 seeds. This could be the last play before 5 plays. Long pressure, sacked, flag on the play. And gentlemen, what do you think? Was that
flag guarding
impeding of the quarterback?
I think it was flag guarding.
Well, I hope it wasn't a holding.
No, because Hyman Long, flag guarding it. Hyman Long dropped the ball down and kind of knocked.
What do you think? Was that impeding of the quarterback?
I think it was flag guarding and sacked Hyman Long.
Well, I hope called by the official there. I think that was either a flag guarding or it was a clean sack. But they made the right call.
Remarkable. And the thing is, when you look at this GLC offense, in the first 5 games, they had 103 points, on 20 points a game. The last 7 games, 25 games, guys. That's a big difference for points here. And right now, they've gone back to what they were in the first 5 games.
Well, you got to give some credit where credit's due. The Bruisers defense is stifling right now. They're lining up tight. They're not giving them an inch of space to operate in, and they're just smothering them right now. And it goes the same for both defenses at this point.
I had a 32-29 prediction for Bruisers in my head.
It's going to be a high-scoring second half.
5 plays left, gentlemen, and we'll see where Hyman Luong goes. He's about 3.5 yards deep in his end zone. Kardashev, the left slot. Andreescu, the left wideout. And Dewey, the right wideout. He's looking left. He's launching that ball deep. Great job by Fontana as he went airborne. No flag in the play. As Rich Humes in on the coverage on Mendy Kardashev, who was incensed. And we'll get the replay coming up here momentarily, gentlemen. But
I have no idea what
GLC
is complaining about. Derek Fontana made a beautiful play. He jumped for the ball. He didn't get in the way
launched
of
that
Mendy
ball
Kardashev in any way.
Deep.
Mendy was covered
job
by
by
Rich Humes
Fontana.
step for step. There was nothing happening there.
Hopefully you'll see it a little bit better here. Beautiful ball by Hammond Long, though. I will say that.
Great ball, great attempt, but it was thrown into double coverage.
I don't know what the hell they're complaining about.
Here's some more.
It was a very good coverage.
He went airborne.
Fontana didn't even need to dive in there. Rich Humes was all over that one, but still an excellent play by Fontana to sweep in and break it up. Sacrificed the body while doing it too.
Mendy Kardashev, who is 99% of the time open, that call he wasn't. Hammond Long threw a ball. Threw a nice ball, but it was a prayer in double coverage.
Brendan Burke gets it back. Perhaps one more heave-ho at the end zone. Pressure by Gandui going towards Fontana, way over his head. Too much height on that pass, and it will be very, very little time left to go.
Too much heave, not enough ho on that one, Mo.
Honestly, if I were GLC, I make a call right now, and I don't know if I bench Simon Monceau, but I put Frank Gandui as a rusher, and you put Simon on offense, because Frank has been the only reason why Brendan Burke hasn't been able to complete his passes today.
Well, for those who had the over in the first half, that's going to be well off the mark. That's not going to happen unless Brendan Burke does throw a Hail Mary of some sorts to one of his players. But right now, this has been a defensive slugfest between these two teams, sacrificing their bodies for gold and white. Here's Peneza. He's going to go over the middle, caught by Rich Humes. My apologies, Brendan Burke at quarterback. So it will be one more play to go, I believe, and this is now Hail to the job.
I think all eyes are going to be on Rich Humes running downfield. I think you got to throw it up to Derek Fontana on the backside. Kind of look off Humes and then throw it to the back of the end zone and see if Fontana can go make a prayer of a play for you.
McCann Mag in this situation, his height over the middle, could that be an issue for Kardashev or any of you guys?
With one play remaining, I just don't think from the snapper position that he's going to have enough time to get down into the end zone, especially with Frank's blistering rush.
Trevor McFarland, the left wideout, Holmes, the left slot. He is looking left. Burke rolling to his right. He's going to keep it up in the air, nowhere near the end zone. This was the CFL and that is not the case. So at halftime, 0-0. Gentlemen, stay tuned for the pregame thoughts that we have that will be here. Just quickly, gentlemen, first half thoughts, not much offensive explosion, but stay tuned. We'll go to the halftime report for the pregame thoughts.
Honestly, the thing we didn't have in the first 5 games of the season was chemistry. We didn't know I didn't know us, how we run routes, how we break, and everything else. But as soon as week 6 came by, I came in firing balls, Mendy started catching touchdowns, everybody was catching. Honestly, playing with friends, it helps a lot, because even if you lose, even if you win, the fun you have playing, sometimes it's a bit harder, you lose close games, but as soon as you win those games, it's so good. The feeling you have playing with everybody else, it's been, I think, 12 seasons for most of us playing together. The only time we don't score is when we shoot ourselves. The only 3 picks at this postseason, it's us dropping the ball and the defense taking that ball and scoring for pick 6 most of the time. So it's on offense, it's that, and on defense, you just have to play the game that they play. They play a nasty game. They're there. They're fighting for the ball. We only miss those picks by so many inches that if we do those plays, I think it's gonna be a great game. I think when you look at on our defense, I think Amin Adzoui he's a great defender. He's a great deflager, and he plays a game. He doesn't do picks, he do pass deflection sometimes, but he's really an anchor on that side of the field. And he's an unsung hero. He's going to do plays. He's not going to take credit.
Welcome back to halftime here, brought to you by Sportier from Brossard, Quebec. It is Alex Halawak, Terry Tam, I'm Mo Khan. A high-scoring affair is 0-0 at half. Gentlemen, it's been a defensive slugfest between these two clubs here. I start with you, Terry Tam. You mentioned that Gandui adjustment. Do they go with that full-time second half as the pass rusher?
They have to. If you notice at the end of the half, they put him in because they knew that they had to make a stop. They didn't want to go down 6 points into the second half. They put Frank in there. Frank flustered. He forced Brendan Burke outside, and Brendan Burke made 2 ugly passes where nobody was able to catch them. So I think they should keep Frank in there. Maybe include Simon Monceau on offense and maybe in coverage.
Okay, Alex, we look at the quarterbacks. Are you surprised that Hyman Luong has gone deep so often? Even Brendan Burke has gone to the well far too many times. Should they go with the shorter passes and really, use that to their strength?
I think that in terms of the Bruisers, Brendan Burke has found a formula that's been working for him, hitting Cameron Mag in the middle and matriculating downfield as they've done. I am absolutely surprised with the GLC offense. They look out of wax. They look flustered. Hyman Luong has none of the poise that he's shown in the first few games of the playoff run. I hope that he gains it back in the second half because they're going to need to rely on his throwing shoulder to win the game for them, essentially. But, yes, I think that it is a little surprising that he's testing Mendy Cartershon deep so often.
Well, as we await the start of the second half here, again, uncharted territory for both teams to be at 0-0. We look at the fact that both these teams have been putting up points of late here. 5 times the Bruisers' offense has scored 30-plus points in a game. And when you think about this, it's been a defensive struggle, but we're now 22 minutes and 5 plays away. Perhaps we might need more time with OT in the horizon. We'll see what happens now in the second half.
I'll look for some of those drags from Mendy or some of those smash in and outs, some short stuff to get some rhythm here early in the second half for GLC.
Opening play in the second half. Long, low snap to the right. Going over the middle, caught by Max Kevin just landed. This third catch for Evelyn. And it'll be 2nd and 3 coming up. Trevor McFarlane with the tackle. And you look at Jocelyn, that's 2 catches or 3 catches now for 30 yards. Gentlemen, we look at the first downs. GLC only had 1 first down compared to 4 by Bruisers. They got to move this ball and get some yards going their way.
Yeah, I think, they sent Mendy on deep on that one once again. I think if they maybe try to use him a little bit of a decoy and try to hit some other guys underneath, they might be effective in that regard a little bit.
2nd and short coming up. 21 minutes left in the second half. Long adjust. Going to his left. Looking for Carter. Had it open in the middle. Going deep. Again, doing nowhere near it. Fontana, who's been all over the football field. Great coverage by him. And we talked about picking your spots, gentlemen, and we're seeing he's trying to go away from Rich Humes, but so far, everyone else on the Bruisers has stepped up to the plate, making plays.
I mean, like Alex mentioned earlier, Cameron Mag has been the key so far to this offense. A guy like Mark Donahue who's been open as well. He's been designated a nice player. So Brendan Burke has the outlets that he can go to in order to win this game.
Once again, we saw Mendy go deep twice so far in this drive. Let's see if they shorten him up a bit in order to get the first down.
Over 3 on 3rd down. Could they make it 1 for 4? Long, looking over the middle. As an open man, picked up by Humes. 8 games in a row. 1-on-1. And he'll score the first 6. Rich Humes.
That's Rich Humes for you. That's a 6th interception of the game. A pick 6. I don't know if it was his first pick 6 or not, Moncton. I think you correct me on that one. But great play on him, breaking on the ball from the safety position. Hyman Long 4 made his read before snap.
Looking over the middle.
He had nowhere to go there. He was
picked up by Humes. 8 games in a row.
Rich Humes flew in. He read it the entire way.
And he'll score the first 6.
And you know what? If the offense isn't going to put points on the board, the defense will if they need to.
Here we go. A lot of traffic with the right side throw.
It was congested.
Good night, GLC on that play.
So they tried to run that play again where Max Kevin runs kind of a screen for Mendy dragging underneath, but Backyard Bruisers were waiting for that.
Now the extra point attempt with 19:30 left. It took a defensive play, surprise, to get the first 6 points of the evening. And Rich Humes showing why he is probably one of the best players coming up in the FPF ranks. Burke has a fine his second quarterback. He has space and left. He throws it, and he whips that right through the fabric of the end zone.
Oh, that's some heat coming off of it.
Trevor McFarlane with a gun. Look at that, right through the coverage. I think it was just a little bit behind Mark Donahue.
A little bit too hard, too, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have caught that.
Alex doesn't like it too hard.
For the Bruisers, they have
That's what I tell James.
7 titles among the rostered players on the Backyard Bruisers. For GLC guys, they only have 1 All-Star. That's all they have. No titles on their roster.
You don't need all-stars to win championships.
Look, this team's been together for 15 FPF seasons. How long is the first year got? Four just group of 5 guys. See if they can tell me with 18:55 left, down by 6. Long, going to his left. Short pass. Caught by Drescu. Upfield he goes. And that'll be close to the first down. And we'll see where it's marked off.
So they used Mendy as a decoy again. They're running that deep corner, and they just had Alex sit on the deep comeback, and it worked well. But it seems like they do it once, and they don't go back to it again for the rest of the drive. They need to march downfield with this kind of mentality.
That is their second first down of the evening. And for Mendy Cardishon, he's been held in check by Andrescu, who's been the go-to guy so far with 2 catches this evening. 18 to go in this game.
I'll live.
Looking to his left. Long going to his right. He's going to take off. Away he goes. Great tackle. That might be close to the line of scrimmage, or might be a 2-yard gain. We'll see where it's marked off by Steve Donald, but it will be second down coming up.
Great tackle by Mark Donahue there, who didn't really rush that much for Bruisers this season. They used more of a rotating door style of rusher. But now the guy who has the history and the experience for rushing for this team, when it matters most, he's retaking that position, and he's making it a point to shut down Hyman Long.
Hyman Long is not used to running, and when he runs, that means that really he's getting flustered, and I feel that that's starting to happen with a very aggressive defense of the Bruisers.
Again, here's a third down situation coming up. A second down, my apologies, coming up for GLC. Gandui, the right to wide out. Cardishon, the left slot. Approaching 17 to go in this game. Looking to his left, short pass caught by Jocelyn. That will be short of a first down. Tackled by Cam Mag. It'll be third down once again for GLC.
That quick little slant to Jocelyn was there on a few occasions, and it seems like Hyman Long was kind of waiting to see if anything else would develop downfield a bit throughout the course of this game. He needs to, at this point, to start taking whatever the Bruisers defense will give him, and if that's Max Kevin Jocelyn on the quick slant, that's what he's got to go to over and over again until they adjust.
Are you surprised that they've chipped away this well now in the second half? Before in the first half, guys, they weren't able to move the ball at all, and now here they are deep inside the Bruisers territory again. Well,
they're finally adjusting a bit. They're finally getting they're using Mendy as that decoy, and they're hitting everyone else underneath. Let's see if they can finish off this beautiful drive so far.
16:20 left. Short pass caught by Jocelyn, and that will be close to a first down, and that should be a first down as Cam Mag was there for the tackle once again, and they will move those sticks with 16 to go in this game.
So Max Kevin is somebody that, you know, they went to him early, and then they kind of avoided him later on, and then now that the second half has started, and Hyman Long wants to continue his offense, he wants to be able to be efficient. Like I said at the beginning of the game, he has to be able to throw it to Max.
This is it now. Now they're in the red zone. This is what it's all about. The money position on the field. They can't get another first down. They're going to have to score here.
15:43 left. Long looking to the right, going over the middle, open, caught, touchdown. Mendy Cardishon, 6'6" with 15:33 left.
Excellent play by Hyman Long. He used Max Kevin Jocelyn as a bit of a screen there, and he had Mendy run that in right behind him to kind of create some friction and hit him right on the money.
Going over the middle, open,
beautiful
caught,
pass
touchdown.
by Hyman Long into the breadbasket.
Mendy Cardishon.
And that's the play that they were looking for all game, and they finally delivered it.
Did you call him Kardashian?
Cardishon.
It sounds, if you say it very English, you can say it Kardashian.
And here is a crucial extra point attempt, gentlemen. We're talking about extra points and touchdowns, how they're coming at a very high premium. This could be a crucial play coming up. Over the middle again. Caught. Yes, it's converted.
Oh, fantastic catch by Max Kevin there.
MKJ with the catch, 7-6 lead, inside 15 to go, and now the pressure goes back on the Bruisers and trying to regain the lead for the second time this season.
You was not knowing it was in the middle of the end, jumping up, and the ball was going right into the middle of Max Kevin's chest.
You can tell at this point of the game that they're kind of throwing up the playbook a bit. There was 2 guys in that one area, and one of them came up for the catch. At this point, you just throw everything away and you say, hey guys, you get open, let's make it work.
Brennan Burke, opening drive the second half. He's going to take off. Away he goes. One guy to beat, he does. Up the sidelines he goes. First down, tackle by Cardishon. As perfectly on, my apologies, couldn't get the first tackle, but Cardishon does. It will be first down as we approach 14 to go in this second half.
Huge run by Brennan Burke there to respond to the touchdown. It seemed like GLC had retaken the momentum momentarily, but Brennan Burke puts it right back on the side of Backyard Bruisers with that nice 20-plus yard run.
Terry, your thoughts on that run?
That was a beautiful run by Brendan Burke, and to getting flustered by Frank Ngandui and making sure that he's able to get out. That's what you expect from Brendan Burke. He'll run 3-4 times a game. He'll be very efficient. He'll be able to move the chains, and that's exactly what you need to confuse the defense of the opposition.
This game had a glacier pace going at it. Now we're moving down like a high river stream inside GLC territory. Going deep, right corner, Humes, touchdown! Oh, incredible play. And I cannot wait to see the highlight on that one because even GLC is flabbergasted how he caught that ball at the last second. Now like a high river stream.
A beautiful
inside
play 99% of the time.
GLC territory.
Going
deep, right corner, Humes!
Look at his receiver. He didn't turn quick enough. Humes knew exactly where the ball was going. He made sure that he had the breadbasket waiting for the ball to be inside it. He did. Perfect play by Humes. Amina Dewey, just a little bit of a mental.
Could this be challenged, though? What do you think, John, before we get this next play?
They could challenge him, but I don't think it's going to reward them. He had both feet in clearly there. Excellent catch by Rich Humes. I don't know how he saw the ball and tracked it, but he just made a heroic play there for the score.
Second quarterback again, McFarland, the lefty, whipping it, and again, he had Tom Mag open, but Mag was zigging, that ball was zagging. It's a 5-point lead. This might come back to haunt the Bruisers if they don't hold off this lead.
Trevor McFarland looking like a left-handed relief specialist coming in the 8th inning to throw some blistering fastballs.
Would you trust him or Simon Dagenet?
Ooh,
At what, though?
In the All-Star game or no?
I go with McFarland over Dagenet.
In the All-Star game for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 12-10 left. 12-7 lead for the Bruisers. We've had all 19 points in the first 9 minutes of this second period, and we could be in for a photo finish as we see the switch from Burke and Fontana. A bit of confusion right now. Who's going to go where? Trips left for Hyman Luong. The first time we've seen this formation from the GLC offense.
A little chaos on the field.
Luong looking left, taking 3 steps, rolling over the middle, caught by incomplete, as that was dropped by Max Kevin Jocelyn. And we talk about these unforced errors. Both teams can afford to have these drops at this point in the game.
That would have been Max Kevin's 5th catch of the game. He's averaging over 10 yards a catch. It would have been a first down if he had just turned around. It's very unfortunate because now you're looking at 3rd down, and for them to make sure that they get a first down, or else they would have to punt and put them at the 10-yard line.
He's as sure-handed as they come. He's going to beat himself up over that one, but they're going to have to forget it and move on to the next play quickly here.
Both snappers, Cam Mag and Max Kevin Jocelyn, have had very active days.
Oh, wow.
Trips right now. Second time we've seen the trips formation.
Watch the hook to Frank Ndui on the outside.
And they go to Jocelyn again. Caught upfield. First down and more. Spin move on Fontana, and he's inside their Bruisers territory. And the big man rumbling his way upfield.
Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling, bumbling.
Max Kevin, Mr. Reliable. Give him the
We've
ball.
seen the trips formation.
Watch the hook to Frank Ndui on the outside.
And they go to Jocelyn again. Caught upfield. First down and more. Spin move on Fontana, and he's inside.
I love the way his quarterback went right back to him after a drop and said, I trust you, buddy, and he put it right in the breadbasket, and he got him the first down that they needed.
Do you think he used buddy or bro? I trust you, bro. I trust you, buddy. What do you think is more?
Bro is 2005.
Yeah, I don't think I think Hyman Long would say something like, I trust you, man.
And he's going deep. Open man through the hands of Andrescu. And
Brandon Burke got away with an egregious hold on that one.
We'll see the replay on that one coming up here, John, if there was a hold or not.
If GLC was upset before, they should be more upset now. That was a hold.
See Jocelyn not happy with that. Good ball in the end zone.
No, actually, I think he got beat.
He put his hands on him. He kind of slowed down his momentum a bit, I think, with that little bit of a shove. It wasn't as bad of a hold as
You're allowed hitting the receiver's hands as he's running past you, but you're not allowed. If they're outstretched, you can't pull them down. So you're allowed keeping your hands
savvy
on.
veteran play by Brandon Burke there to come up with it.
Had he known it was a savvy veteran play, it would have been even better.
9:43 left in this second half. 12-7 lead for the Bruisers. Hyman Long looking to go up again for the second time in this half. Good snap from Jocelyn. Rolling to his right is Long. Going over to the corner. No one there but Derek Fontana. And he may have had a chance at that ball if he realized no one was behind him. And now, once again, it's a 3rd down coming up. And, guys, look at the 3rd down conversions for GLC. They're 0 for 4 tonight.
3rd down is one of those key conversion points that winning teams find a way to convert on. So GLC, if they're going to want to get back in this game, if they're going to want to make it a run, they're going to have to find a way to create a play here on 3rd down. They're looking at about 10 yards, not entirely their comfort zone, but Hyman Long, I think he'll find a way to make it work.
Trips to the right. A little bit of an adjustment by the Bruisers. 8:45 left. Timeout call by the Bruisers. This game brought to you by Sportira. Alex Hallowack, Terry Tam, and Mo Khan in the booth in Brossard, Quebec for the Division D1 final. So, Terry, we look at the snapper position. You are a man who plays that role very well. Is that number called again by Jaime Luong to go to Max Kevin Jocelyn, who's probably been their most dangerous threat as a receiver?
Right now, he's been the only threat. I mean, Mendy Cardishon has been almost taken out of the game. He had a touchdown earlier. It was a very nice play by him. But I think he's been taken out of the game. I think the defense has managed to kind of figure out what the routes that Mendy Cardishon likes to do. But as soon as you take something else away, there's always going to be something else wide open. And Jaime Long has found Max Kevin on 6 catches today. And I'm super impressed with his ability, Max Kevin, to make sure that he always bounces back and he's able to get those yards to make sure his team gets a first down at all times.
All right, Alex, your thoughts?
I like the cerebral approach there by Jaime Long to create some fluidity in the offense and move his guys around, forcing Rich Humes to take the timeout. And now let's see how they're flipping their trips onto the other side of the field. This is interesting.
Left side of the field of Jaime Long. 8:43 left. Big play coming up here on 3rd down for GLC. Rolling to his left, Luong going incomplete, and Andrescu may have gone in too deep.
Bad read by Jaime Long. He had Jerson and he had Mendy over the top, and he went to the one guy that was covered, Alex Andrescu, in the corner with 2 guys on him.
Alex Andrescu was covered by Brendan Burke, but Chris Bandenza was in front of him covering grass. It was a nice thought. He threw it right over Chris Bandenza's hands. It was a perfect throw. But it shouldn't have been thrown there. It should have been thrown to Mendy, like you said.
Or Jerson on the hook.
Or Jerson on the hook that was wide open on that side as well.
I think he looked Alex down right off the snap, and he knew he was going that one way the entire play, and that's just not winning quarterbacking.
4th down coming up here. A monumental play for the GLC offense. 8:12 left to go in this game. Gandui on the backside, covered by Fontana. Looking to the left, going over the middle. Corner open. Cardishon picked off. Incomplete, but nonetheless, that would be a turnover as Brendan Burke baited Luong, and they'll get the ball back, probably in better field position with 7:54 left.
That was a great play by Bruisers. I love the fact that they spied Humes on Mendy. So when Mendy made his post, when Mendy made his he was on the other side of that pylon. So Mendy, Jaime Long thought he was going to be wide open, but Brendan Burke having the savvy to back up and be in that coverage. Beautiful play by Brendan Burke. Too bad he didn't catch it, but they get it at better yardage.
You know, it's easy to quarterback up here, and I like it from this position, but he had Alex Andrescu wide open on the hook if he would have.
Well, you guys are perfect from the quarterback position up here with Mo Khan.
All-stars up here, quarterback.
Exactly.
We're all all-stars.
Everybody's an all-star.
7:19 left. He's going deep for the dagger. Fontana through his hands. Incomplete, and right on the bucket list is Hadoui, who could have had his first INT of the FPF championship game for GLC. 7:06 left here. 2nd down coming.
A little unintended.
I like Simon trying to explain Kevin Wyeth what pass interference is. That was not pass interference to me. That was not pass interference because the ball was uncatchable. And at that point, I think that the call was made. The right call was made on the field.
All right, 2nd down coming up. Just shy of the midfield marker is the Bruisers offense. Brendan Burke so far has had the bulk of plays in his favor. He's rolling to his left. Short pass, incomplete. Cameron Mag thought it was going to someone else, and you can see the frustration. And Alex, look on Brendan Burke's face, not happy about that. What's going through his mind that, hey, we should have had that catch going upfield?
Well, he was scrambling out to his left. He thought Mag was gonna flex out a little bit further than he did. Mag actually made the right read there and to sit in the middle of the zone. And Brendan Burke, they were just on different pages there. But I think what's going through Brendan Burke's head in a greater depth is let's punch a nail in the coffin here on this drive.
You can call him the Herc if you want.
Brendan Herc's head.
There you go. Approaching 6 to go in this game.
Brendan Herc's bed.
Going over the middle, and that's a one-hopper to Rich Humes. Well rushed, and again, Terry Time brought up Frank Gandui. He's been the X factor on defense for the GLC roster.
He's been the main reason why they've had any success so far today. Mendy Cardishon as well, playing that safety spot, taking away any deep threats. But Frank has really got in the head of Brendan Burke, and I'm happy that they made that adjustment and they put him in at rusher.
Burke looks flustered now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is a big play with 5:35 left here. I believe this is 4th down coming up, and if they don't get this first down, guys, GLC gets great field position going the other way. But remember, though, against SOB, they converted on a 4th down, which resulted in the game-winning touchdown. Burke rolling to his right. He's got time. Open. Mag. First down and more upfield, and he's going to get to the end zone. Pushed out just shy of the goal line, and that will be a first down. And the GLC defense, thinking he flag guarded, But, guys, a huge play for the Bruisers offense.
I thought that was a touchdown because Mendy tried to tackle him, and as he forced him out of bounds, Cameron made a spin over that pylon.
First down and more upfield, and he's going to get to the end zone. Push out just shy of the goal line.
I think Mendy got him, though, just before the end zone.
First down came off, but his flag was at the end zone.
Here we go. Another replay right here, gentlemen, on the sidelines.
Right there.
It's close. I think the key point to highlight there, Brandenburg did an excellent job escaping the rush at the last second, drawing the defense in, and just chucking it over the top.
4:35 left here. Could this be the dagger in the hearts of the GLC run? Down by 5. Burke rolling to his right, pumping. Middle, caught, touchdown.
Oh, Rich,
11-point lead. And now, guys, do you go for 1 or do you go for 2 to make a 12 or 13-point lead?
I say you go with whatever makes you comfortable at this point. They really you go try and go for 2, and then you're still down by 11. If you're comfortable with 1, go for it.
It doesn't actually make it a 2-score game, so I think that 1 or 2.
In the hearts of the GLC
you go with the play call that you're more comfortable with. Like
down
Terry
by
said, I think
5.
it's going to be 1 for them.
Here's Burke rolling to his right, pumping. Possession.
Middle,
caught, touchdown.
Oh, great catch. Great catch by Rich Humes.
Here we go, extra point attempt. 3:54 left, short pass slant through the hands of Trevin McFarlane. And with 3:48 left here, and
getting a little testy here on the field.
It was a bit cool today in Montreal, but it is very warm on field 3 with 3:40 left here. But right now, GLC is wasting valuable seconds as we approach 3:30 left in this game.
GLC is going to have to march downfield in a hurry. Now they're down by 2 scores at this point. They're gonna need to find a way to eat up a lot of yards on a few plays. They're not necessarily known as a deep ball offense. Mendy Carshon's been taken out going deep for a large part throughout the course of this game. So they're gonna have to create a little bit of magic here if they want a hopes and a glimmer of chance to get back in it.
3:10 left. Luong will have to move this ball quick. He's going to roll to his right. Short pass caught by Gandui upfield. McFarlane with the tackle for about 7 yards. It will be 2nd down with 3 to go in this game.
Trevin McFarlane has shown a little sign of aggressiveness for the first time I've seen him this year. He's getting a little aggressive. He's actually a big part of the game so far. He's not showing up on the stat sheet, but he's playing well in coverage. He's doing well enough in extra points. So I like the way he's played so far.
2:40 left. Low snap, rolling to the right. Luong has an open man. Previllon nowhere to be found. He was a target man, but again, Derek Fontana flipping back and forth here in on the coverage.
Hyman Long wanted that one. He put a nice ball there. Unfortunately, it was just out of the reach of Jerson there. But Hyman's picking up the pace on his play calling. He's looking away from Mendy. He's not just focusing on him. He doesn't have the tunnel vision anymore. And it seems like the offense is getting a little bit more rhythm than they've had for this second half so far. Let's just see if it's too little too late for GLC.
0 for 5 on 3rd down. Here's another chance for them to perhaps break that goose egg. 2 to go in this second half. Pass through the hands of Max Kevin Josselin, and right there on the coverage was Chris Pendenza. 1:55 left, gentlemen. It's 0 for 6, timeout called. And now we are in dire straits for the GLC team and trying to make this a game down by 11.
The one knock on Hyman Long, it's been all years, actually his entire career at FBF, is that he makes his reads, he makes his pass in the at the line of scrimmage. He knows exactly who he's going to throw to, regardless of the coverage. And that happened on the Jerson play. It happened on the Mendy play earlier when it was almost picked by Brendan Burke on a 4th down. And I think that's what's happening right now. He needs to find the open receiver deep, and he needs to find him not pre-snap.
Sorry, Terry, but does he have? And Alex made the point. Does he have the arm strength to go deep? That's the question.
Little quarterback change here.
So Carter Shaw now at quarterback. Maybe he's going to run it. He's going to launch it. Caught by Gandui. Forced out of the silence, away he goes upfield. That will be enough for a 1st down with 1:43 left. Timeout called. Now, guys, they're going back to Hyman Luong. And, Alex, we look at the situation. Down by 11. You have no timeouts left, 1:41 left. Is this a point where they go end zone right away, maybe try to minimize this possession?
I wouldn't do that because I don't like forcing the ball where the defense is expecting it. I think you chop it up as best as you can. You just try to pick up a little more rhythm in between plays here and try to score as fast as possible. But don't force the issue.
Bruisers have only scored 2 touchdowns on offense so far, so your defense is playing relatively well.
Right.
So you have to trust your defense.
1:41 left until 5 plays. Luong has to get the 6 points as quickly as possible. Pumping. Right corner. Gandui through his hands, incomplete. 1:34 left. Clock is running.
Jerson was wide open on the hook there on the inside, and once again, Hyman Long seemed to have his target picked before the throw and just forced one into double coverage to a jump ball to Frank.
And now these hurdles have to be very minimal, guys. Should he make calls on the line of scrimmage to avoid coming in and back and forth?
If you haven't done it throughout the season, I don't think this is the time to do it now. Just get in and out of the huddle as fast as you can. They're going to need to pick up a little bit more rhythm than this, though.
1:06 to go, and you're right. They're going at a Philadelphia Eagles pace from the 2005 Lombardi game. Inside a minute to go. Snap is there to Luong. Going to the middle, caught by Prévillon. Tackle just shy of the goal line.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Same play as they just did, and he corrected his wrong from the last one. And
now
hit,
we have
Jerson.
to see a replay on that, whether he did get over the line, and the Bruisers have been complaining about that right now.
This could be a good challenge situation, Mo, in my estimation. It looked like from first take from up here that it was just short. Here we're going to see the replay.
Caught by Prévillon. Tackle just shy of the goal line.
Touchdown.
The flag entered before the defender, who I think was Rich Humes, had pulled it off.
But Terry, if you're the captain of Bruisers, are you challenging this? You can't take the challenge with you.
I challenge.
I believe 100%. They are. They're going to the referees right now to converse about this situation, and they will indeed go to the booth. We'll hopefully get some more replays here. Guys, that first angle that we had showed probably the best angle. Here we go again,
Inside
guys.
a minute
Your
to
thoughts,
go.
Alex, on this replay coming up. Snap is there to Luong.
Well, I thought it was
going
the
to the
excellent
middle.
play by GLC. That's what they needed to do. From this perspective,
the blue is the goal line.
Listen, here's my take on this.
He's in.
You can't change the call if there's no conclusive evidence to overrule it, and I don't think there is in this case. I think you have to keep it as a touchdown if that was the original call.
That is a touchdown from the looks of it. You can see right there his body is past the blue line, and the flag is still on the waist.
But it's as close as it gets, and once again, highlighting the interesting feature that FPF added in the winter finals, which is the challenge option.
Now, who does this benefit, this delay? Does this benefit the Bruisers or GLC, Terry?
Anything.
I think it benefits the Bruisers as well. Because what it does is it says, take a little bit momentum away from GLC, and then you think about what you're going to do on offense. So I think it looks like it was the plays coming in.
Confirmed
and it was
touchdown. My respected colleague, Terry Tam, I have to disagree with you on that small point. I think any delay at this point of the game is going to benefit GLC because they need to accumulate any kind of seconds they can here to get the ball back and try to score another touchdown.
I guess that's why we've never won a championship together, Alex.
And they will not go for the extra point. They are trying to max the clock now with 33.5 ticks to go.
Good choice. They don't need that. They don't need that. They can reject it.
But essentially, it will take 2 plays at least for maybe Bruisers to get the first down, and that would end the game here. So we'll have one more play left before 5 at least. Burke, biggest play of his FPF career, throws it to no one. But and GLC player this time is Hadoui, who was right there, and that was dangerous, gentlemen.
Gandui with pulling the flag off. I mean, he's half a second too late, forcing Brendan Burke to throw it into coverage right there. Good thing it was a little low because it looked like it would have been picked, possibly for 6, which would have been the
should have been a nightmare situation.
Small, big time nightmare situation. Would have been a lead for GLC.
So one more play left before 5.
Alex, are you more surprised that GLC is still in this game, or are you surprised that Bruisers have given them the chance to stay in this game?
I'm pleasantly surprised with GLC the way they fought back in the second half to keep it interesting.
Here we go. Burke rolling to his right, short pass, Mag upfield, and that's what you want. You want to make it now 3rd and short, gentlemen, and this next play could very well end the hopes for GLC. Who is going to be that calling card that you will go to?
Right now, it's 5 plays left. First down wins the game. So I think that it's going to have to go to Cameron Mag again, or maybe a hook to the outside on Fontana because they're scared of that deep ball by Fontana.
You think Rich Hughes is going to clear out here and they're going to run some slants underneath like they've been doing to some degree of success in the second half?
If they play aggressive short and Hughes goes deep, it's a touchdown. That it's going to be wide open because I think Mendy's very smart and he knows all they need is the first down.
Here we go for the win. Short, almost picked up at Prévillon. And we will have a photo finish. And that ball should be punted away. It'll give them 3 to go. The ball we marked off at the 10-yard line, perhaps. But what do? Do you go house money?
I say you punt.
You punt.
You punt right now. You take a play away. They haven't been able to score deep. You get 1 stop on D. And this is an extremely intense game. And I am off my seat, off my rocker.
Terry Time is off his seat, ladies and gentlemen.
For the first time in 2 hours.
I'm standing up.
Nobody is more relieved than the seat itself.
Yes. The seat is finally freed from the buttocks of Terry Tam.
Maybe that's why I've never won a championship.
You did win one, actually, with Dark Horses.
I won one.
Yes.
I forgot about that. I was a lot bigger back then, too.
Slightly. Hyman Long now. A chance to write his name in the history books. Down by 5.
Timeout.
3 plays to go. Timeout called.
Icing the quarterback.
Do you like that to call it now, or do you want to wait until perhaps they get inside your own end to really slow things down?
No, I like the timeout there. They wanted to see what the look was, and they're going to adjust their defense accordingly to that. But I think that some questionable play calling by the Bruisers on that last drive.
Yeah.
They needed a first down to win, but even at that, if they could just kill a couple plays and punt, put them GLC in a precarious situation as they are in now, there was no reason to take so many risks on that last
But
possession.
not only that, Brandon Burke looked very Hyman Long and esque in that last play because he read the play, he read the defense before the play even started, and what happened was he underthrew a drag across the field where normally you have to kind of overthrow to give your receiver a chance.
Only one All-Star nomination on this GLC roster. Looking for their first ever title as a unit. 3 plays to go. Luong. Could he do it? Rolling to his right. Going to the silence. Caught inside the Bruisers territory. 2 plays to go. And that should be enough for a first down. That will be their 5th first down of the evening.
Great play. Cut the play in half. He's been wide open on those hooks. Taking advantage of Trevor McFarland, who's maybe I'm going to eat my own words, but getting a little flustered from earlier on.
I like that play. I like didn't make it too risky with 3 plays. Cut the field, like you said, and now they're going to put themselves in a better position with 2 plays remaining.
2 plays to go.
This is where Hyman Long can write his legacy in the FPF mid to lower divisions.
And stay the glove guy.
He's been sacked once in this game. Could he be sacked twice? We'll find out with 2 to go. Good snap. Going to the right. Silence again. Gandui with the cut and just shy of the end zone. And now
here we go.
The poker game has been elevated to the next point. Who is all in on this next play coming up here? Who will create history for their team with 1 play to go inside the 5-yard line?
Look at that post. Look at that corner by Mendy. Look at that corner by Mendy. And look at that corner by Mendy.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be the call. If the corner's not open, then the hook is wide open on the other side, and that's what Hyman Long's going to go to right now.
Buckle up. Here we go. 1 play to go. Down by 5. Luong.
Man.
On the cusp of history. Or will it be Brendan Burke who will win a title as a quarterback?
Man coverage right here.
High snap. Rolling to the right. End zone.
Oh, no.
Game over.
The shoe of Cinderella fits the Backyard Bruisers as they win by 5.
They got the play they wanted.
Yeah.
They hit Mendy square in the chest. He comes down with that ball 9 out of 10 times. Fortunately for the Bruisers, this was that one time where the ball just evaded him.
High snap.
Rich Hume.
Rolling to the right.
We've said it many
End
times.
zone.
With one of the most underrated players in this league and making a beautiful play there. Man coverage, you had every matchup that you wanted across the field.
Oh, no.
You had Derek Fontana on Frank. You had Mendy on, you had Rich Humes on Mendy. Every matchup you wanted, you had. Beautiful play. Beautiful play by the entire team. Mendy had it in his hands.
A lot of traffic, though.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic. That might have altered the vision of Kardashian, but you go to your best guy, guys, and unfortunately for them, and here's another replay from our vantage point.
There's no shame in taking your last stab and going to your best player on your key signature play that you've run multiple times throughout the season. No shame at all. Great comeback by JLC in the second half. Certainly made it interesting, and I'm glad we saw the offenses come to life here.
31 points in the second half. It was donuts after 22 in 5 plays. Who's your MVP, guys, in this game?
I think we have to go with Rich Humes, making the last play, pick 6, scoring all 3 touchdowns for his team. Even though Brendan Burke had a very good game, Cameron Mag as well, you can't ignore what Rich Humes did today.
This has been and always will be the Rich Humes show, and he's going to take home the hardware today.
Looking at the futures of these 2 teams, gentlemen, where do you forecast? Minus the Fall Cup, let's look at the winter season because that's where people love. Sample size, where do you see these 2 teams next year?
Division 4A. I could
both? Or
I
for
could
one?
see them both there. I think that the Bruisers, with this iteration with Brendan Burke, are good enough. Maybe they can add another piece. Maybe a Steve Sander type player would help bolster this lineup.
Yeah.
And same can be said for GLC after the poise and the kind of showing that they've had in the second half of the season here.
We didn't say it all game, but they're missing Steve Sander and they're missing Jonathan McQueen on this roster. And those are 2 defensive players that they didn't have. Maybe it would have been a different game. Maybe it wouldn't have. Either way, they won. I see GLC going up to 4A this year with Hyman Long on quarterback. I think they did extremely well in the playoffs, knocking off Get Off My D Diablos and Frosty Bronsons, and Bruisers as well. I mean, knocking off Kiwi Island, even though they were missing some players. But honest, kudos to both teams. I see them both in 4A next year with the same roster.
Rich Humes named the MVP. Both these teams went during the regular season 7-13, both 8 seeds. They played like 1 seeds in the last 5 plays. And at the end of the day, guys, we talk about defense. It came up big for the Backyard Bruisers, and they win that title. They took out the 1 seed in the Kiwi Island. They took out KHB Raw, which was the 2 seed. They took out SOB, and now they took out the 8 seed. Without a doubt, an impressive record, an impressive display of what they've done in the 4 games in the playoffs.
The team of destiny in this playoff seemed to be GLC for a large part. Bruisers came in at the last possible moment and broke that destiny spell. Hats off to them. Congratulations on an excellent season. And you know what? A good group of guys. You couldn't be happier for them.
Yeah, Bruisers 3-7 going to the winning the finals, first time ever. Mokan.
First time ever, indeed.
So
guys,
there's hopes for you yet, Mokan.
There is hopes for me. Guys, final thoughts on this game.
You know, it started off as a little bit of a clunker or a defensive masterpiece, whichever way you want to position it. Offensive came to life in the second half. I was enthralled by it all throughout. I think it was a wonderful finals, and we were in for a treat. And that's the way the finals have to be all the time. Great showing.
Gentlemen, it was a lot of fun. Alex, you and I worked together in the Division D1, D2 podcast, which was a lot of fun. Terry somehow got himself into this final. I don't know how, but he did.
I thought he was retired.
We all thought he was gone for good, like Freddy Krueger, but that wasn't the case to be. But, gentlemen, a pleasure to work.
I was born on a Friday the 13th.
Yes, you were.
Look at that.
I had no idea, but yes, you were.
Now you do.
Gentlemen, a pleasure to work with both of you guys. Great job by the two of you. A lot of fun. We had a great finish. That's what we needed. And as a result, the Bruisers win this game by 5, and they now are the Division D1 championship holders.
Mo, big thanks to you as well. No classier act than yourself in this division.
Ask SOB; they'll tell you otherwise.
Classiest of all acts.
Yes, and a true professional. It was a blast doing it with you today.
Absolutely, guys. On behalf of the entire FPF staff, from Alex Dakula right down to Terry Tam, Alex Holowak, Antonio Daversa, Robert Cabana, the visionary of this whole project, we wish you a good evening. Congratulations to Backyard Bruisers. They win by 5. And we look forward to seeing you guys next month for the Fall Cup as we get ready for more FPF action. Good night, GLC.